Okay, stream is up again. Quickly test my. All right, microphone is working. Okay, so I think today, well, to start off, I'm gonna at least try to recap what I've done since the last stream because I did I did work on the project yesterday. I just didn't stream it. So to start off with, I'm just gonna show you what I did. So first off, there was this bug or glitch or whatever where sometimes the player wouldn't have the shield attached to his arm at certain times. Mainly when I raise the shield and then center the camera and uncenter it. So now it works. But before the shield would reattach to his back, well, his arm would still be extended. So yeah, that's taken care of. It's good. Oops. I did not mean to do that. Oh well. Let's just gonna climb back up. Real quick. Okay, so what I've done since last time is I forget if I managed to get this working properly last stream, but I managed to re-implement yeah, the knockback animation that you just saw. I made the so the player's flash is red when he gets damaged to kind of indicate when he's temporarily invulnerable. Yeah, like that. Wow, I wonder if you can actually see that. Hold on, I'm just gonna make the screen bigger. Okay. Let's try that again. So yeah, you saw that player reacts to getting hit. And if I can block the attack, and you'll hear like little cling sound or ding. So that indicates that I managed to block the attack. And knockback works when shielded, which is intended behavior. So yeah, pretty much what I've done. Oh yeah, I also rewrote some code for dodging. It pretty much behaves exactly the same before, but the code is neater. I'm just gonna show you that it works, though. There you go. Dodging is well, I wouldn't say that it's back because that would imply that it was gone at some point. It was never gone. It was always there. But I mean, I don't know if it's worth talking about. I'm not even sure if I'm going to show it to you, the code where dodging. So yeah, anyways, what I intend to do this stream is I intend to implement the the jump attack from like, Ocarina of Time or Legend of Zelda basically. You lock onto an enemy, you have your weapon drawn, you press A, you go yeah, and then you attack. You kind of jump towards you lunge at the enemy. That's my goal. So I already have the animation that's intended for that. Just gonna quickly show it to you. I made this like months ago, but now I'm finally gonna use it. Where is it? Come on. Ah, here it is. Turn this off. And here's the jump attack. At least the animation side of it. Okay. First things first, so let's put it into the tree. Oh, never mind, it's already here. I also have the spin attack in here. It's just not. It's never like called. All right. So how am I gonna do this? As embarrassing as it might sound, it's not that embarrassing. I just kind of, a lot of this I kind of make up as I go along, including this current situation. So what I think I'm going to do for the jump attack is I'm going to take one of these existing states, probably the dodge state, because it's most similar to that in terms of how it works. But instead of calling a dodge animation, it's going to call the attack animation. All right, let's open the script and let's get to work with writing it. Oh, actually, never mind. I already created the class. I just didn't do anything with it. Yeah, I was in the middle of writing like the first things in it, and I never actually did it. Oh, I can delete that. A whole bunch of my old scripts are in the process of a rewrite, where like you can see this here. I demonstrated that it was already working, so I don't need to keep the old commented out, the old code that was commented out. I can just with like 90% like confidence, I can just erase it. Okay. Oops. Okay. Now, do I want to have a timer for this or not? This time, I think that I don't want it. I want a timer. Or actually, yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. Question is, what should I call this? I frequently rename variables because I go back to them and I realize that they're not very clear on what they mean. And yeah, I like my variable names to be descriptive. I guess this is more of a property than a variable since it's on a since it's like a it's public and it's in a class. Yep, for now I'm just gonna call it jump. Initialize it to 0. Actually, I don't think airborne state's ever used. Yeah, it's darkened out, so nothing uses it. So let's comment it out. Water state is used because what happens if the player touches water when he's in the middle of dodging? Right? You want him to start swimming when he touches the water, right? And the script takes that into account. I think I'm gonna comment those out because they're not needed. Oh, this one too. Ground check. Ground check is never used. Oh yeah, because I check the player directly if he's grounded instead of using like the... Yeah, I made a lot of bad decisions early on in making a lot of these classes. Well, I think they were bad decisions, at least. Dodge animation speed, this is used. Dodge speed multiplier. Yep, that's used. Gravity, jump height. Yeah, everything here looks good. Okay, back to the new script. Note, jump animation speed. This is basically just in case I decide that the animation is like too slow and I want to speed it up. Not sure if I need this or not. I mean, it's used here, but I just... Yeah, I don't know if I actually need it. Maybe I should clarify animation playback speed. Oh, hell, I just realized I'm gonna have to set this in the editor again because I changed the name. You know what? I don't want to deal with that right now. I'll just turn it back. Okay. Outlook. Notes. Gravity equals. F. Reason I don't use the reason I don't use like the reason I don't have like a global value for gravity is because I might actually want gravity to behave differently in different states. Like maybe when the player is dodging, I want him to fall a little bit faster to give me a bit more control over how quickly he dodges. If that makes sense. I think it makes sense. Port public float jump height. That's 1f. I believe that's 1 meter or one unit in world space. I think Y vector control is up and down. Yeah, this makes sense. Initialize is a player state class thing. It's not a built-in Godot thing. So it's my own thing. It's kind of like it's basically the same thing as ready, except for it's called by the state machine instead of by the engine itself. Which I mean, it is done by the engine, but it's just not through the main ready function. I think my reasoning for this is because a lot of nodes aren't accessible during the ready phase, or not the ready phase, the initial ready function when it's like run. Not 100% sure why. I think it has something to do with the order that the nodes in the scene are loaded. Like if I want to grab a variable from the here's actually here is a good example of that. Let's say I want to grab something from the animation tree that's on the player. If I run this in the ready function, it's not, this is going to be null. So, but this is guaranteed to run after the ready function is called. To be more specific, it actually runs the first time you enter the state, but only if it's not initialized. So it actually runs very, very late, like just before you need it. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it works. It's never given me any problems. Whereas when I think at some point I had it called at like the beginning of a scene, but after the parents were initialized, and I would still get problems. So this made sure that none of the properties were ever null. Some of these autocompletes are very weird. Was trying to autocomplete this to player state for some reason. Like just the word player state twice. For no good reason. Oh, I see. So this was set to be like the time, the actual animation time for dodging, but I wanted it to scale up and down based on the animation speed, so that so it always lasts for the same amount of time as the so that it always lasts for the same amount of time as the as how long the animation ends up running. So I would divide it by the uh, animation speed. Oh, I see. This is a this is like an additional, not additional, like a multiplier for the speed. I don't know if I'll keep that. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll keep it here, but I won't put it here. In fact, I actually might tone down the like the speed and distance that the player dodges when you press dodge, because I don't want the player to be able to abuse that. I also noticed that there were some issues where the player would dodge and then suddenly he's like out of range of the target system. Not ideal. I want the player to I don't want the player to like fly away when he dodges. Hmm. I want to see that. I bet it's a time scale thing that's in here somewhere. Oh, you know what Godot really needs? It needs like a control F function. It needs like a find function for this, because yeah, it's too complicated to have to search for everything all the time. It's also possible that I'm just using it wrong. That's possible too. Here it is. Yep, it's a time scale. Why is my... I wonder if I should switch. Why is it on a transition? This was a bad choice. Yeah, this was not a good way to implement dodging animation. Yeah, I'm gonna change it right now. I think I did. I think I actually changed knockback too. For some reason, I had like this mode thing. Hindsight, bad idea. Kind of dumb. I mean, I'm sure this is a useful node, or not like it, whatever this thing is called, animation node transition. Like I'm sure this is a useful feature, but I was just using it wrong. I'm gonna correct my mistake as best as I can right now. Dodge. Okay. No, I just need to change the script to match up with that. Do dodge. And I have to go and clean up after myself. I think it's kind of therapeutic, to be honest. Do a jump attack. Oh, let's look at that. I have it open twice. All right, let's continue. So this is actually different from the built-in Godot physics process. The difference between this and the regular one is that this one is only runs when it's uh when it's active, when it's the state machine that's like activated by the state machine. This thing. If it's not the current state, this doesn't run. If it is, it does run. And only one state can be active at a time. That's basically how a state machine works, and there's each state has its own transition rules for how it changes from one state to another. I think that's a pretty good explanation of state machines, if you don't know what they are already. It's something that I learned about in discrete math for IT. Wait, I don't need to use this. There are multiple jump attack directions. For, at least not there's just there's just one an actual animation for jumping, whereas dodging has like 4 cardinal directions and they can blend into each other. Actually, no, I think I had turned off the blending thing. It just goes left, right, back, and then for forward there's actually a roll, which is its own thing. I guess it's technically a dodge though. wonder if this is actually necessary. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because I want the player to keep facing the enemy when he's targeting. Makes sense. And state change. Oh, that's convenient. Thank you VS Code for writing all that stuff for me. Right. Let's just copy this over. Actually, a lot of this can be copied, I think. Jump, attack. And this is an asynchronous function. Calculate movement. Calculate gravity. Actually, calculate rotation. Let's make sure that the player is always looking at in the right direction. If the player is currently targeting something, or and then if the player is holding the target button but nothing's targeted. This one it's faced towards the target. This one it's faced towards the way that forward already is. Okay. Theoretically speaking, it's ready. This should work. In theory, assuming it didn't write any bugs. Oh wait, no. I'm pretty sure I need to make the references to this and the state transition rules. Oh, actually, I think I may have already done that. Yeah, jump attack state. There it is. Yep. There it is. Okay. Just gonna give it a quick try. Alright then. Didn't work. The player is putting away the weapon instead of attacking. Hmm. Oh, I see. So this is for if the player is moving. This is for if the player is standing still. So in theory, if I was moving forward and I pressed A with my weapon drawn and with the target button pressed down, I would have done the jump attack. Actually, let's test that real quick. So if I have my weapons equipped and my weapon is drawn, shield attack, my shield is out. No. Oh wait. Huh. Okay, so something's happening, but not what I want. Okay, if weapon is drawn and here dot targeter dot targets or wait, target but reset button handler dot is pressed. If the weapon is drawn and the target reset button is pressed, jump attack, otherwise roll. Okay, from the looks of things, it looked like it was immediately kicking itself out of the animation. Oh, I think it's because I never set the animation time. Yep, there it is. It's at 0, so it would enter the state and then immediately exit. What a silly little error. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, moment of truth. Weapons out. Well, something happened. It's not what I want. Yeah, that was kind of funny looking. Just flew way up in the sky. And the animation didn't even play. Oh, I think I have an idea of what's going on. I think that I shouldn't have this at all. Because if you think about it, with the dodge state, it makes sense to pass in the entry velocity because I'm dodging in the direction I'm moving. But with the jump attack, I want to jump forward. I think I actually don't need that. Okay. This is a neat little global variable that always points in the. It's always equal to the direction that the player is facing. So it's always right there for me to use. I think it's probably not good practice, but it's really I find it convenient, so I'm gonna keep. I'm just gonna keep using it. This doesn't exist anymore. I don't need to. This. Yep. Yep. And finally, I noticed that the animation wasn't playing. Makes me wonder if I never called it. Oh. Oh! Oh, wait. Huh. Do jump attack, do jump attack. Parameters, do jump attack, active, true. Oh, right, right, right. It's because that's not what I called the animation. Tactical knife, jump attack, anim. Oh, wait, maybe no. Tactical knife, jump attack. I wonder if I should even be using distinct versions of this attack or this animation for different weapons. This is the problem with so I don't know if it's a problem, but the damager colliders are enabled and disabled by the animation itself. So I have to make sure that only the one for the tactical knife is activated certain uh, during certain attack animations. So the problem is this only works for the tactical knife thing. I'll, I'll leave it for now, but in the future I'm going to implement different weapons, so I'll have to handle that somehow. I think I have an idea of how to do it. I'll like check to see what kind of weapon which weapon the player is holding, and then call different versions of this depending on which one. Should be pretty easy. In theory, it's pretty easy. Okay, so the animation played. The player is technically jumping, I think. Can't emit non-existent signal on block. Oh, I see. It's because the weapon is hitting like the ground or something. And also I misspelled the name of a signal. Well, actually, I'm gonna check something out first. Hmm. Oh, I'm dumb. I know what's going on here. Shouldn't have gotten rid of this. I just have to handle it differently. Okay, so I do want a speed multiplier too. However, instead of using this, I'm just going to use the forward vector. Forward vector times jump is text p multiplier plus y vector, which is controlled by up with gravity, or not with gravity, but up multiplied by jump power. And then this is controlled by that. Jumping way too high. But I sense that I'm on the right track. I wonder if it's just these values. I wonder if it's just these values are set wrong. Okay. So for this, my jump attack was like a lot, not the jump height. So for a dodge state, the jump height was like a lot lower. Maybe I just need to do something similar to that. Oh wait. Increase gravity. So I think I actually want this speed. So this is just temporary for now. I think I want this speed to be higher when the player is further away from the enemy if he's targeted on to an enemy, and then smaller if he's closer to an enemy. So as to have the idea is that the player is like charging the enemy by jumping. But I don't want the player to jump too far if he's too close to the enemy. And I don't want the player to not jump far enough if he's not too far away. But for now, I'm just going to stick with the standard default. This will probably be used if I'm not targeted on an enemy. Okay. So I don't think that animation has I don't think it actually triggers the collider for the damage bit thing to actually activate. But you kind of get what I'm trying to do, right? I think the animation should play a bit faster. A little bit slow. Also, the player should jump a little higher. Let's increase this to 1, and let's do 1.5 for the playback speed. Okay, let's give it a shot. I'll fix the collider stuff later. I think this is a pretty successful day so far. Okay. Jump a little too high now. Jump animation, playback speed, gravity. Let's change this to 3. Kind of want the player to move forward a little faster. Oh, I noticed that. I just realized I forgot to add to make the forgot to make it so that the animation actually plays back faster. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Oh wait. What did I just do? Oh, I just messed the thing up. Why is there no Control F? Okay, fixed it. Uh, what? Why do you keep... Is this a bug in the engine? Because I don't think it's... Why is it disconnecting that node? Or why is it auto-connecting to that node? Where did it go? Here. You know what? I think I'm gonna figure this out tomorrow. I think this was a pretty successful stream, or a pretty successful progress today. I got the basics of the jump attack working. I just need to adjust some values, make it so that the animation speed can be scaled up or down, and I need to make it so that the animation actually has like it actually like turns on the... Oh, it does. Huh. Okay. I guess I'll have to investigate that, why it's not working. But yeah. But have a good night.